Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. Starting the week with the big skill reveal, Earthquake. Earthquake is a new melee skill which deals a small area of damage in front of your characters, and then after like a second it deals a burst of damage, a big burst. However, you can only have one of these skills active at a time, so attack speed probably won't help you too much. However, having a very slow but very strong melee weapon like a Maroi Hierarchy, for example, will help the damage of the skill. So there's also a video, it's pretty nice to see. The skill definitely looks good and looks strong. However, Itup, which is a very well-known streamer and a very good player, definitely didn't like the skill. So his judgment, although it's quite too early to talk, should not be looked away from. So the skill looks very good, hopefully it's going to be good, although it might not just fare too well in high level maps, but it doesn't really matter because players just like new stuff, and with the new subclasses that we are going to get, there's definitely going to be ways to make this work. And look at that explosion, whoa. Also, there is a duration tag on this gem, so for once it's probably the first melee gem that can actually use the less duration support gem, so that's going to be interesting and we'll see how that goes. Also, GGG revealed some stats on the Talisman challenge leagues. This is for both the softcore and hardcore combined, and it's kind of graduatory of the skills, top skills by use. Of course, the first one is Flame Dash, because it's pretty much the go-to skills for everyone who's not using a dagger and does using Whirling Blades. Fireball is surprisingly high. I guess there is a big part of the player base that's like just starting new or just trying out the Fireball with the new jewels, so that's surprisingly high in my opinion. Clarity is very good. Raised Zombie, another one that's surprisingly high. The Golems, of course, really good. However, if you look at the top 10 for level 90 plus, you get obvious skills like Val Haste, everyone's running that. Blood Rage, almost everyone's running that too. Whirling Blades, of course. Golems. Movement skills everywhere pretty much. And the top 5 for level 90 players, primary skills, are clearly the strongest ones. So Cyclone, Bladefall, Lightning Arrow, Blast Rain, even Arc made it there, so that's pretty nice. There's also top 10 unique items. Unique items for level 90 plus, you can see the differences. Most popular unique items by rarity, and some random stats like 3 million maps run have been done in the past week. In only the last week, so this is pretty impressive. 1.5 million of Dried Lake runs, 33,000 Aziri runs, so on and so forth. So that's pretty interesting. Be sure to remember that the challenges will award you the Rigwald armor set, which is going to be exclusive to this challenge league, so be sure to try and get those because you won't get it anywhere else in any other way. And GGG seems to be on a roll with the questions answering that I've been doing for the past weeks. It's probably the 4th or 5th time now that they're doing this, and again it's way too long to just describe it, so I'll let you read it if you're interested. There's a lot of stuff. There's stuff about the game, what's gonna come, what's in store for the future, but also something about trading, although there's no definite answer yet, so don't get your hopes up in that regard. And then we got the patch 2.1.1d, and with a sneak peek of a new microtransaction. This one is definitely the demonic Blade Vortex, and this one looks like it's a contagion skill effect, so there you go. However, the patch added a new tier 1 talisman, which is the Chrysalis talisman, and a new tier 2 talisman, the Hornet talisman. It's very nice to see GGG actually add more stuff along the way, even though blue and white talismans are pretty much useless. Also, some 3D art has been added and some other art has been improved. Fair of the Saints has been kind of reworked a little bit because the mechanics were creating problems. So it should work now, hopefully. And there's also another lots of bugs that were just fixed. So very small patch, but still pretty good. And last, more stats about the Talisman leagues. This time it's about talismans themselves. So you can see, for example, the Black Mode Talisman, 10% of the players are actually wearing one. However, this is because the Night Soul, which is the new unique tier 1 talisman, is really good for leveling, so a lot of players are using that one. The real winner here is the Break Rib Talisman, with 22% of the player using it. This is the physical damage talisman, so it's not really surprising, although it's really dominating the other percentages. Not many are using the tier 2 talismans, even less the tier 3 talismans, and of course only those who can get it will get a tier 4. However, a good tier 4 will probably just be used by the ones who find it, so, or would also be very expensive, so there's not many around. The chances of getting a good one are also really low. It's barely any fun anyway. So we also got some stats on the challenge progress of the players, and as usual this is only tracked for those players who actually completed at least one challenge, which is pretty easy. You basically have to complete Act 1 to get at least one challenge, so very easy. And you can see that after the 7 mark, after the 14 mark, and after the 21 mark, there are kind of drops in the challenges, and that's because the player who actually go after like 14 challenges are motivated to get to 21. So once they get there, they're more likely to drop right there if they know they want to be able to get to the next mark. And that's because you get the pieces of the armor only every 7 challenges. So after you get 14, if you don't feel you can get to 21, you will just stop there, like stop playing entirely, or just do another character or something. Likewise, as you can see, if you get to 19, you're definitely going to push for the 21. So there's only a couple of players completing only 20 challenges. Of course, this is just a snapshot of the current progress. We are just 5 weeks into the league, so there's at least another 5 weeks, actually more. So this chart is definitely going to be different at the end. However, I feel like GG is doing challenges better than it used to, because having 8 challenges will just put players away from them if they didn't feel like they could complete them. Right now, you will definitely get some challenges and then you feel like, yeah, maybe I can complete another one, another 2, another 3, and you'll be engaged more and more into the leagues. So that's definitely good. Hopefully they will kind of fix some of the really annoying challenges that just are boring to do more than anything. So there's that, and I think that was all for this week. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you wanted to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So that was all. I've been your host, Giorgio, and I'll see you guys the next time.